Welcome, let tonight's story be a peaceful end to your day. The Resilience of Flax and Yuri. This story is about the unbreakable bond and resilience of Flax and Yuri, who strive to protect the forest and village against all odds. In a quaint little village nestled at the edge of a sprawling forest, lived a young human named Flax. Flax loved nothing more than exploring the woods, basking in the serenity it offered. One autumn day, as the leaves turned to hues of gold and crimson, Flax stumbled upon a glade he had never seen before. In the center of the glade stood a majestic tree, taller and grander than any he had ever seen. Sitting beneath its wide canopy was an ethereal elf named Yuri. Yuri had a soft glow around her, and her eyes sparkled like the stars. She beckoned Flax over with a gentle smile. Intrigued and somewhat enchanted, Flax approached. "Welcome, traveler," Yuri said in a voice that seemed to harmonize with the whispering leaves. "I am Yuri, guardian of this forest. You have a resilient heart, and I have been watching over you." Flax stood there, astonished by the revelation and the certain beauty of Yuri. With a sense of destiny, Flax felt a bond forming with the guardian elf. "I am honored, Yuri," Flax replied. "But why have you been watching over me?" Yuri smiled deepened as she explained. "This forest chooses its protectors. Those with resilience, courage, and kindness are rare, and you possess these qualities." From that day forth, Flax and Yuri became inseparable friends. They spent their days tending to the forest, healing its wounds and ensuring the balance between nature and the villagers. Each challenge they faced brought out their inner strengths. Be it a harsh winter that threatened the village with famine or a fire that spread through the forest, their resilience and synergy always triumphed. Flax's resolve to protect his village and Yuri's wisdom forged a bond that neither time nor adversity could break. Seasons changed, and so did the challenges. While villagers came to respect the forest, seeing it not just as wilderness, but as a sanctuary maintained by Flax and his ethereal companion. Flax grew older, but his spirit never wavered. Yuri, timeless and eternal, remained by his side. They knew that true resilience wasn't about avoiding hardship, but facing it with an unwavering heart. Their story became a legend, a testament to the unyielding strength of friendship and resilience. And as the forest thrived under their care, the village flourished in harmony, forever grateful to its two guardians. Now, let's enter another chapter of tonight's journey. Flower and the Mountain Spray. This story is about a young girl named Flower, who discovers joy and forms a delightful bond with Aster, a mountain sprite in a magical glade. In a lush, evergreen forest nestled between the towering mountains, there lived a young girl named Flower. She loved to wander through the forest, embracing the scent of pine and the songs of birds that filled the air. One day, while tracing the path of a bubbling brook, Flower stumbled upon a sparkling doorway, hidden beneath a canopy of vines. Curious, she pushed the vines aside and stepped through, finding herself in a glistening, magical glade. Standing at the center was Aster, a mountain sprite of exquisite beauty, with hair like silver threads and eyes that shone like the morning star. Aster approached Flower with a smile, her presence exuding an aura of calm and joy. "Welcome, gentle soul," Aster said softly. "You have found the heart of delight." Flower's eyes widened with wonder. "What is this place?" she asked. "It is where nature adds purest joys come to life," Aster explained, gesturing to the flowers that seemed to dance in the breeze and the crystal clear waters that sang as they flowed. Days turned into weeks as Flower and Aster spent their time exploring the magical glade. They shared stories, laughed under the moonlight, and and sang with the creatures of the forest. Flower discovered an inner joy she had never known, feeling an unbreakable bond with the mountain sprite and the mystical land. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Aster took Flower's hand and led her to a hidden meadow. "This is a special place," Aster whispered. "It is where dreams are planted and eventually blossom into reality." Flower looked round in awe. The meadow glowed with a soft, golden light, and seeds floated through the air like tiny stars. Aster handed Flower a small, shimmering seed. "Tell us this with your deepest wish in your heart, and it will come true," Aster said with a serene smile. Flower took the seed and planted it gently into the soft soil of the meadow. She closed her eyes, made a heartfelt wish, and felt a warm glow spread through her chest. When she opened her eyes, the seed had sprouted into a beautiful flower, radiating with the essence of her wish. Over the years, Flower continued to visit the magical glade, her heart always lifted by the joyous presence of her dear friend, Aster. Every visit reinforced the happiness in her soul, reminding her that delight could always be found in the simple wonders of life. Flower grew up, carrying the lessons of the magical land with her, spreading light and joy wherever she went, a testament to the delightful bond between a human and a mountain sprite. The next story waits, calm and comforting. Magnolia and Kala, a tale of clarity. This story is about Magnolia and a caterpillar named Kala discovering clarity and purpose through their connection and shared journey. Once upon a time, in a small village tucked away within a lush forest, lived a kind-hearted girl named Magnolia. She had long, chestnut-brown hair that flowed like rivers and eyes that resembled the clearest skies. Magnolia loved exploring the forest, especially a particular spot where the sunlight filtered through the tall trees, creating a mesmerizing dance of light and shadow. One sunny morning, as she wandered near her favorite oak tree, she noticed something unusual. A beautifully striped caterpillar was crawling on a leaf, moving with a peculiar grace. Magnolia leaned in closer and could almost feel the tiny creature's curiosity matching her own. The caterpillar, named Kala, had vibrant yellow and green stripes that stood out against the greenery. Despite being small, Kala navigated the world with purpose. Magnolia felt an instant connection with Kala, sensing that this little caterpillar had an important journey ahead. "Fellow, little one," Magnolia whispered. Kala looked up, its antennae twitching. "It's a beautiful day, isn't that right?" Magnolia smiled. Kala continued to crawl, seeming to nod in agreement. Over the next few days, Magnolia returned to the oak tree and found Kala in the same place. She observed how meticulously Kala moved from leaf to leaf, as if every step had meaning. One evening, as the forest bathed in the golden hues of sunset, Magnolia spoke to Kala about the doubts she had been feeling. "Life has been strange lately. I feel like just wandering aimlessly," she confessed. Kala stopped and looked at her, its tiny eyes seeming wise beyond their size. Magnolia noticed how Kala focused on each leaf, every stem, with unwavering clarity. It was this clarity that Magnolia craved in her own life. As the days passed, their bond grew stronger and Kala began its transformation into a chrysalis. Magnolia watched over it, filled with awe and anticipation. She realized that, like Kala, she too was in a stage of transformation. She needed to trust in the journey and have clarity in her purpose. Finally, the day came when Kala emerged as a magnificent butterfly. Its wings were painted with the most stunning patterns of yellow and green, fluttering with newfound freedom. Magnolia felt her heart swell with joy and understanding. "Thank you, Kala," she said softly as the butterfly took flight. "You've shown me that clarity comes from within, and that every step of our journey, no matter how small, is meaningful. As Kala disappeared into the horizon, Magnolia knew she would carry this lesson with her always. She walked back home with a newfound sense of purpose and clarity, ready to face whatever life had in store for her. And from that day on, whenever she felt lost, she would remember Kala and the wisdom she had learned from a tiny caterpillar that became a butterfly. From that day on, she endeavored to spread the message of harmony to everyone she met, inspiring kindness and compassion. And so, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and flowering meadows, clover and bloxonious friendship blossomed, creating a ripple of tranquility that touched the hearts of many. Let's continue our peaceful journey with another tale. The Tranquil Meadow of Bluebonnet and Lantana. This story is about Bluebonnet and Lantana finding tranquility in a serene meadow. In a serene village nestled between gently rolling hills, lived a kind-hearted human named Bluebonnet and a cheerful dwarf named Lantana. They were the best of friends, bonded by their love for the tranquil meadows that surrounded their village. Every evening, as the golden sun dipped below the horizon, they would stroll through the fields, reveling in the soft whispers of the wind and the melodic songs of the crickets. Bluebonnet's long hair flowed like a satin ribbon in the breeze, while Lantana's sturdy frame moved gracefully over the terrain. One evening, as they walked hand in hand, Bluebonnet felt a weight pressing on her heart. She paused and turned to Lantana, her eyes reflecting the dusty sky. "Lantana, do you ever feel that the world moves too fast?" she asked. Lantana smiled warmly, his eyes twinkling like stars. "Only if we forget to savor moments like these," after he replied. They found a cozy spot beneath an ancient oak tree, its branches stretching out like a protective canopy. As they sat down, Bluebonnet leaned against the rough bar, feeling the life that pulsed through the tree. Lantana took out a carved wooden flute from his pocket and began to play a soft, soothing melody. The notes seemed to dance in the air, wrapping around them like a gentle embrace. The melody spoke of peace, of harmony, of a world where time stood still. Bluebonnet closed her eyes, letting the music wash over her, and felt her worries melt away. "Lantana, your music always makes me feel at peace," she whispered. "That's because it comes from a heart that knows tranquility," he said. As the music flowed, the nearby meadow seemed to come alive. Fireflies glowed like tiny lanterns, flickering in the twilight. The flowers, with their petals bathed in dewdrops, looked like delicate jewels in the soft light. Bluebonnet and Lantana sat there for what felt like hours, simply enjoying the stillness. "This is our sanctuary," Bluebonnet said softly, looking around them. "A place where the world's chaos cannot reach us," said Lantana in agreement. "As long as we have each other, and moments like these, we will always find tranquility." They stayed until the first stars began to twinkle in the night sky, their hearts light and their spirits renewed. With a contented sigh, they rose and slowly made their way back to the village, leaving behind the serene meadow that had granted them peace. "Good night," Bluebonnet said, Lantana said as they reached her cottage. "In Lantana," she replied, her heart filled with gratitude for their friendship and the tranquil moments they shared. Good night, may you feel calm and comforted.